My belly sweating.
This week on He's a Guy podcast, we sat down with professional basketball player Dylan Ennis, a husband, father,
I love my daughter that much. I would do something as extreme as that.
and man learning what matters most. Tap in. Don't miss the season 2 premiere of He's a Guy.
Welcome back to another episode of He's a Guy podcast. It's been a big. How you guys doing?
We're here, man.
My belly sweating.
But I'm good. It's nerves. It feels, it feels different. It's been a minute. We have a super special guest with us here today, which is an important episode for us. We've known this guy for a long time, so we're gonna get into a real conversation. Real conversation. Dylan,
How you doing, man?
what's poppin', brother? How are you?
Good, I'm good. I'm finally back in Canada. It's been about a year and a half. It's good to be back, good to be here. I've been watching you guys on social media, love what you guys are doing. Now, a lot of people talk about what you guys talk about, and I love it.
Appreciate you, bro. So begin, we go around the room, do a little mental check-in.
Okay.
All right, so that's how we kind of start the show off. Deshaun, let's start with you. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. I'm glad to be back. You know, I was feeling a little nerves. I just got back from Mexico last week.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when you come back to the city after being in paradise and being fed and everybody asking, amigo, ¿cómo estás? You hungry? Like it was a good life. I'm coming back here, go in the fridge.
Nothing in there.
Laundry, like it's just like I got used to such a good life, such a high there. Everything was nice. It was, but you know, there's a come down when you come back. So I'm getting back into it, getting back to work, getting back into the flow. But yeah, it's picking up.
Terrell, what you on, bro?
I'm good, you know, just working in the damn sun, burning up out there. It's no joke. When they say the streets are hot, they ain't joking. It's hot out there, you know, it's just draining. But, you know, I'm good, you know, pouring back into my kids as usual. You know, it's the summer, so it's like, it's training season for my son. That's what I call it, right? And we just train. That's all we do.
Getting busy too, getting active.
I have no choice. I call it bag work.
Dill, give me a mental check-in. How's your day, your week?
Yeah. Nah, man, life is good right now. Can't lie to you, God is doing good for me. My kids and my wife, they're back in Spain right now, but they're good. We just got a house in Murcia. It's an investment property, but we're living in it until we decide we'll ever move from Murcia. So that's a blessing. Kids are growing up, knowing Spanish, everything. They got friends. My wife is happy. I'm happy. I get to see my mom, my dad, my sisters, brothers while I'm here. So right now, I would say, obviously, there's chapters in your life right now. Life is good.
Amen.
Talk about
Love
that,
that.
bro.
Yeah.
For me, my mental check-in. I'm sort of like Deshaun right now. I just got back from Jamaica on Monday.
The Island Boys.
Man, I love it going back there, bro. Bring home fruit, bring home, you know, just good vibes, positive energy. It's like a nice little reset for me, especially kind of going into this stage of the year, which is summertime, which is my money time in the barber industry. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of early mornings and late nights when I'm working during the summertime, but always getting that reset, especially starting with Jamaica, is always a great time for me. And I come back revitalized and ready to cut some hair and stuff. So right now, I'm blessed, to be honest.
Love that.
Dion?
To be honest, I've been up and down, honestly, since the live show. Like we talked about it, not celebrating. I don't know if that like put a damper on the mood or whatever the case is, but you know, just trying to figure it out, trying to put like some scheduling into my system, like to make sure that like everything, I'm doing things that are important and just categorizing everything properly. But like something that's been really like keeping me grounded is like messages coming in from people talking about like our live shows. And the other day, I was at work, random guy, never seen this guy a day in my life, pulled me aside. He's like, I like what you guys are doing. So, you know, that's something that just definitely been keeping on the up and up.
Yo, speaking of that, actually, when I was at anybody yesterday, the amount of people that passed by saw me, people I know, obviously, some people I don't, that hit me up and asked, yo, are we gonna keep going? Is this something that we're doing? Because it's like, I guess, I don't know, they've been consistent on seeing what the posts are like or whatever. But yeah, they just, a lot of love, bro. A lot of love, a lot of praise for what we're doing in the space. So again, like Dion was saying, and like you guys want to, we are gonna celebrate. Like we have to
That's it,
celebrate,
man.
you know.
Gotta
But,
celebrate.
everybody else giving flowers, it's only right that we stop and give ourselves some time to smell them. So, you know. But diving into this episode, longtime friend Dylan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For those out there who don't know you,
Mhm.
very little I would see. Like, who is Dylan Ennis?
Man. I used to think Dylan Ennis was only a basketball player. I dedicated to the game so much, but I think through time, through trials and tribulations, found out I'm a brother, father now for the last 6 years, husband. And for me, I think everybody has their labels, but I found out that I would say, a vessel. I think God put me on this earth to make other people happy, to help other people, to inspire other people. And I know not everybody has that talent. Everybody has their own tools. But I think lately I've found that that's me through comedy, through picking people up, through my laughter, my smile. So, you know, besides being something for everybody else, I think for me, I find myself as a vessel, giving out positive energy, happiness to other people, because it comes back to me as well.
Well, I want to actually touch on that you said that, because there was one moment in my life that I remember everybody. And I'll tell you the moment I remembered you. I didn't know you. No, I didn't know you. I didn't know you. Knew Tashanka, we played on Etobicoke together. He's like, there's a run in Brampton. We should go to Brampton. Like, all right, cool, let's go. So we went to the run. You know, you, your brother, everybody's tearing everybody up. So Tashawn set me up. Tashawn goes, go guard that guy. This was you.
Wait. Was he tall yet?
Yeah, how old was that? That's an
Yes.
important question.
Yeah.
So we were in grade 9.
Because how you gonna guard him is a little different. Than
Yeah,
You
right.
know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't remember fully how I was guarding him. I just remember Tashawn's like, go guard him. I'll guard this guy. When guys do that, I'm like, what are you up to? So I'm like, you know, let me go with my A-game defense. I'm like, gone by. I'm like, oh no, I gotta step it up.
Yeah,
right?
that's crazy.
And then, but that's not what stood out to me. What stood out to me was when we lost. We'll talk about that later when we lost. But we lost, and then Dylan looks at me and Tashawn and says, you guys got to change your attitude. That's the problem. So I swear to God on my life, now when I play ball, I'm like, nah, I'm going at this guy. My attitude was off. You know what I'm saying? Because the first play when he burnt me, my attitude got shifted. You know what I mean? So when he looked at us, he said, you guys got to change your attitude? So, all right, I got this guy next time.
Crazy, you remember that?
Never seen you since.
Now we're here.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. That's what
funny.
the reason I asked is because every time I played Dylan, and we can go back to like grade 9 or 10 junior team versus Campion, we playing you guys and stuff. Bro, I just know this guy was shorter than me,
Always, yo.
but always had a smile.
Yeah.
So it's like when he's cooking, he's having a great time.
Yeah.
If he's down, like if he's losing in the game at the time, still a smile. Like it was amazing to see.
But those are the people that are scary to me, because I'll tell you why.
That's what they say, yeah.
Me, because the guys that are angry, I'm like, you can be mad all you want. But when a guy's smiling and doing that to you, and you're like, what's going on right now? Like, is he punching me? So that's what stood out to me.
It's so funny you guys say that. In Spain now, they say I forgot how they said it. I think like the smiling assassin. That's what they call me now. They always say Dylan plays his best basketball when he's smiling. Yeah, don't get me wrong. There's some games I have 30 and I'm like really getting after it. But when I'm smiling, it's the best time. Best time.
So speaking of that, a very decorated career for people that have been following you. But let's rewind a little bit, like Terrell was getting at. You were this smaller guy when we met you, you know? So what was your mentality like during that time?
Yeah, you know, being smaller, you always feel like you have to be better than everybody else. I think I dedicated to the game way more than anybody, and I still do now. But I still think I have that mentality in me, like, yo, I know I'm not smaller than everybody else. I'm the second shortest on my team, but I'm still a big player.
Yeah.
But I still think I'll always have that, like, yo, you're smaller than everybody. You have to work even that much harder than everybody else. And before, when it was happening, like, yo, Dylan, you're so small, I'd use motivation. It hurt, but motivation. I think now I use it to my advantage. Like, I already know how to motivate myself. Being smaller, not getting maybe the bigger jobs I want to, because like, yo, he's a smaller 2-guard. If I was a point guard, it's different, but I'm a 2-guard. That's just what I naturally am. So it just motivates me all the time.
Was that the same thing that you took over from basketball into life too? Like being smaller, seeing people that are bigger,
I
whatever?
think so too. I don't think it is as far as being smaller in real life, because, you know, I'm 6'2" now with shoes on.
Well, yeah.
I was wearing shoes.
Yeah.
But I think that work ethic translated to real life. Because I work so hard on the basketball court, being small, I work so hard off the court. I always say what do I say it? What you do with one thing, you do with everything. You're not gonna find a lazy guy on the podcast, but he's gonna be super motivated doing something else. Yeah, we're not perfect in that aspect, but you could generally see the guys who are motivated in doing things and the guys who are lazy.
Creatures of
As a father, I'm motivated. As a basketball player, I'm motivated. Yeah, there's other things where I might be a little lack, but if I'm lacking, I need to do it, then I'm gonna be motivated at it. So I think, it translates.
Did having like you grew up in a basketball family, like did that kind of feed into like your hunger to want to be better than everybody else?
Yeah, I think it did too. I think it was Tyler was the biggest one. Obviously, Brandon was the first one.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be better than him, but then Tyler was so good. I'm like, yo, your older brother, you don't want your younger brother to beat you. So I was going that hard, and obviously he was a first round pick. He was that good.
Yeah.
So for him, I think he was the biggest thing to push me to where I need to be. But then he'll have an interview and say, yo, I'm the reason I'm as good as I am is because of you. You were pushing me so hard. But I think we were both doing it for each other.
That's big.
Getting into that, so actually, before we go that far, growing up in a basketball family, what is a dad like Tony and his involvement in basketball growing up, and then having your brothers along with you, and then also having teammates that become brothers, you should have such an extension going everywhere with a basketball family. So how does that play into what your outlook of community look like?
That's a good one. Yeah, my pops, he's pushing us every day. He was like, yo, if you want to make it, you got to be in the gym all the time. I remember I was maybe in the 3rd grade. It's gonna sound crazy. He was in the bathroom taking a shit. I would right. It's gonna sound crazy, but this is
No, but these are the things that stick out in
this
your
is
mind.
the thing,
Yeah.
He was in the bathroom taking shit, and I was in there drawing plays. We were working on plays because I just wanted to talk about basketball all the time. I'll never forget. He said, "Yo, Dylan, we're gonna work on your autograph," and he goes, "I'm gonna make sure your autograph is good because you're gonna be signing a lot of autographs." And people think, "Oh, you're gonna be famous." You don't really think how it is, yo, bro. There's people who come up to me every day in Spain, and you think, there's no way it's every day. It's literally every single day. People will come up to me like shaking, like, yo, oh my God, you're Dylan Ennis. And I'm signing autographs. And to me, it's crazy that you want my autograph. It's still wild to me. I know that you see me as this stature, but I see like somebody like Kobe, rest in peace, like LeBron. Yo, I'll get your autograph. Yo, it's crazy. That's LeBron. They see me like this. And my pops having us in basketball, my brothers, we seen the vision before everybody else did. And having them with you the whole ride, it just like we could share these moments, like me being in the bathroom with them, signing autographs. And now I'm doing it for thousands of kids each year. So I think, having a basketball family, it teaches you like, this is what you guys were meant to do. Not that this is my higher power. I don't think that basketball is my thing. I think reaching out to people is my thing, but basketball, it got me to a place where now I could spread it to thousands of people.
To that point, actually, I seen a clip where Nick Cannon was talking about it, like when he was younger. He's like, yo, my parents always prepped me like, your name's Nick Cannon. Don't say Nick. Say the full name.
Yeah.
And I do the same thing with my son now. Like, it's like, yo, when you're walking around, say I'm Truce Reefer. Like,
I love
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's the kind of personality you're
Yes.
bringing out. And Tony, like, he was doing that with you guys from early, making you sign autographs. Who's doing that at
Yo,
third grade?
nobody.
You know what I mean?
You're right. I think it's so funny. My wife, when I first met her, she goes, "Yo, Dylan, you introduce yourself as Dylan Ennis.
Yeah.
Everybody else said, yo, I'm DJ, I'm Eric. You said Dylan Ennis. I didn't even know I was consciously doing that. She was like, at first I thought it was a little cocky, but then I realized you had such confidence to you. And I think you have to walk around that confidence because it's going to be tearing down a lot. Subconsciously, consciously, you have to know who you are in your space. Once I realized who I was, not in a bad way, I just knew I was a giant in my mind. Even though I might not be taller than you, but I know what I bring to the table, and not in a bad way, a cocky way. I walk in every room feeling like a giant because there's going to be other people who might try to tear you down, but you have to build yourself up every day, no matter what room you walk in, no matter who's around you. You got to stick to what you do and who you are. Definitely. And that's why I stick to it.
Question for you, Dylan. That was deep.
Oh,
hold on. You
need a second?
know when the question came and it popped out, like, wait, that was deep. When did you develop this confidence?
That's a good question too.
And were you always confident?
Yeah. I think when I was younger, I always felt like almost not the odd one out because my mom didn't allow us to see color. My dad, he's white. My brothers and sisters all are mixed. So I felt like people looked at me, I'm the darker one. I didn't feel it. My brothers and sisters, we didn't see it. We didn't feel it. But I knew it was something there when people say, yo, you adopted. I always feel it when they'd say this. So I said, if the spotlight's gonna be on me for this, I'm not gonna shrink. A lot of people shrink when the spotlight. I'm gonna become bigger. I'm gonna wear it as my shield. So then I think I just got older and older, and this confidence started growing and growing. And I think I got to a point where there was times where I felt like I have a bad game, like shit, I failed. I would get in an argument with my wife. I'm like, shit, I was wrong, I failed. But then I was just like, yo, this lessons. And now everything I look at is not a loss, it's a lesson. And I'm building my armor more. And then when I have a good time, like you guys talking about celebrating, I celebrate all my big times because there's not a lot of them. So I'm building myself up. So if it's a loss is a lesson, that's a win. If a win is a win, that's a win. And I think that's where my confidence came from. Dylan, you doing good? All right, we're building. Dylan, you doing bad? All right, how are we gonna get back to where we need to build? And ever since I got this, I think this mentality came like solid 2 years ago. I think I've been growing as a person ever since.
To follow that up, actually, I have a question for the room. How do you guys feel, go around individually, how do you guys feel about the idea of learning from people that have been there before? Like if versus, so let me ask you like this. Learning from somebody that is successful in doing it, or learning from somebody that has failed in doing it, like, but also I guess gain the success. Who would you rather learn from? The person that I guess is the one person shot success,
I think
never had no failures?
I think both, right? Because they both have formulas. One worked, one didn't. Either way, it's part of the story. It's like even when I walk down the street, I'm always homeless people. I always talk to them like, how did you get here? You know what I mean? Yeah. The same way I was always taught give respect to the CEO as the same way you would give to the janitor. So I'm trying to learn from both because they both have different perspectives that I can learn from, I can absorb and use, or have in the back of my mind, not do this. You know what I mean? And they're, like I said, they're both important in their own ways.
Okay.
I would agree with Ian on that. I would say that the person who failed is probably closer to where I'm at, if I'm asking. The person who's successful is a little bit further, but has gone through multiple failures, right? In order to be successful, you have to fail. And for the person who is successful, not only how did you get there, what did you do after you fell down? How did you get back up? What did you say to yourself? What was the next move? The person who failed, it's like you're closer to where I'm at. So it's like, what are you doing? What went wrong? How do I skip what you went through? How do I bypass the failure you just had? I might still fail on the journey, but how do I bypass that specific failure on the journey? Okay. So I think both are super valuable.
Bro,
I hear the room. I think everybody's trying to be politically right. Me now, I want to know what you did to get here, big dog. I'm coming with you. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it and say, yeah, big dog. Big dog, you failed a lot over here. I see you.
Yeah.
I'm trying. Big dog, I'm coming with you. You know what I mean?
You're stepping over that guy.
I'm not stepping over. You see what I said?
I should have villainized you, fam.
I'm not holding anybody down. Don't put words in my mouth. I see you. Yeah. But I'm going there, big dog. Yeah. And I'm going to keep it real. I want to know what you did. I'm coming with you. That's it.
You know what? Protect your energy, brother.
And I protected it. I did. That's why I said, I see you, but I'm going over here.
I see you though.
That's it.
I feel that. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say I like the answer, but I feel like up here might gatekeep a little bit more. You know what I mean?
That's my answer when I get to it.
That is right, but that wasn't the question.
Fair. You're right.
Yo, how do you feel about that?
I think I would like to take things from the guys who made it, but it depends who you're asking, because a guy like LeBron, a guy like Kobe, we can't relate to them. They had this journey where they just made it. Like my brother Tyler, I can ask him more. Obviously he's successful, but it's like, it's different for him too than it is for me, because he was just gifted. I was like, you gotta work hard. So it's like, sometimes you can't compare it to the guys who are successful. You compare it to the guys who failed, but then again, not looking down, like, I see down there, but I know if you're down here failing, I'm here. Yeah, I could ask you, but I made it here already.
Yeah,
helping.
So yeah,
wanna
what
keep
can
going
you
up.
tell me that is gonna help me get to where I need to be? But I think there's a story in both. I think there's a great story in both.
So yeah, that's kind of my answer. I agree with everybody in the room. So it's still like a hard question for me to answer. It is. I agree with everybody. I agree with where I was saying, why would I ask a guy who's failing? Like even Dylan touched on it. Like if you get to a place that's beyond even what the failed guy could tell me, it's like the most I could probably grab from him maybe is
Stories.
Is stories or to never get too high, right? Because the low is clearly here. But if I talk to the successful guy, like Theon was saying, it was like he might keep from me. So it's like I don't know how to answer that question, but that's why I asked him.
You won't know if he's gatekeeping unless you ask him, big dog. So get up there and ask the question.
Yeah, I can ask.
I think that's the biggest thing. Make sure you're asking questions. I feel like in our community, we don't ask questions. We don't ask for help.
We just see it.
It's an ego thing.
Yeah, we got to ask.
It's a big ego thing.
And one thing that Junior said that stuck out to me was
gonna touch
offer that person help.
Yeah.
See how you can help that person.
Right,
Because you could learn, some of the best ways learning by doing.
Yeah.
How could I help you? How can I go rebound for you, LeBron? Maybe you learn something working out with
I
it.
think that's the thing too with men and now black men as well. We're scared to talk to the people who are more successful than us. We're scared to look like a little brother, like almost. I reach out to a lot of guys who play in Europe. Yo, how did you get here? Yo, what did you do different? Yo, I'm going through something. How did you get through this? I'm fine with somebody saying, yo, he's looking for help. I feel like a lot of guys don't want to do that. I was talking to my brother this weekend. We was in Philly. And yo, Tyler, like you broke your leg. You tore your Achilles. Yo, why did you not go through like the downtime? You cried once out of both injuries. He cried that night. And then he was like, all right, what do we get to next? And obviously he reached out. He knows how to take care of his body, but like, and he's fine. Like maybe I say, yo, he's fine. He could do it. But like, why do you not reach out to people like, yo, I need help? He goes, I felt like I didn't need it. I felt like, yo, this is what I need to do. I'm going to do it and get back on track. So I guess some people don't need it, but I think a lot of people need it and they don't get it.
Speaking of your brother, what was, now looking at his journey and your journey, you're the older brother, like you had said, with some idea of, that competitive level of you not really wanting to have him surpass you, especially with skill levels and whatever. But when it came to the game and you see his successes going into the NBA and stuff like that, what did that do for your mental? Or I know it's hard to be on either side, but I won't speak for you, so that's why I asked.
No, yeah, I think it was both sides. One was like the biggest side. Yo, I made it. My brother made it. I made it. If you see when he got drafted, it looks like I was more happy than he was.
Yeah.
Like that's my dog. Like I think we're the same person. It's just we're in two different bodies. I think what I also thought was like, yo, how were we in the same house and I didn't make it? He even says himself like, yo, you love basketball more than I did.
Yeah.
Way more. How did you not make it? And were you mad? I said, I resented the game a lot. I was like, yo, they teach us, do everything you need to do, work as hard as you can, and you'll get what you want. And I did it. So I'm like, yo, why am I not in the NBA? But I think it wasn't until I had my daughter, she taught me that life is way bigger than basketball. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I love basketball. I dedicate to it. I do everything I can to get to my highest potential. But when you look at your kids, you look at your wife, you look at your life, there was a door that God said, you could go through this, but maybe it's not what I want you to do. That door was locked. I went through this door, and I think my life now is way better than if I could have made it to NBA. And yeah, maybe I can't predict it. Maybe I go to NBA, it's great. But what the life I have now, I wouldn't trade for the world.
That's real.
Absolutely.
I don't even know. Like, obviously I can't speak to it. It's not my reality, but it's like to be that close, knowing that you work that hard. I do resonate with the idea of like whatever pain I put into this to see other people getting the results that I yearn for is definitely like how for your mental space, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
a little bit personal. Like what were those days looking like? Even I know you're sharing like
before, man, I thought I failed got to Villanova my sophomore year. From my sophomore year all the way to my second year pro. So that's probably like 7 years. I felt like I failed all the time. Every day I felt like I failed. I work hard, I get injured. Work hard. Maybe I could go back to NBA from being in Europe, and nothing was working. And I was happy. Like life was good, but basketball-wise, I kept thinking like, yo, why am I not getting to where I need to be? It's because I finally took out that idea like, yo, Dylan, you have to be in the NBA. You have to be here these guys are making X amount of money. You're not. You have to forget about that. Once I put 10 toes down, I was like, yo, I'm exactly where I need to be. And I'm playing better basketball. Then the Denver Nuggets actually offered me a two-way. And they said, yo, you want to come for a two-way? I said, nah, look, I'm happy here. And
Damn, you had the opportunity.
I had the opportunity my second year. Everything I ever wanted. Yo, hey, come two-way. And I said no because I was so happy. I was playing great basketball. My daughter was about to be born in about 4 or 5 months. Me and my wife were happy. I was in Spain enjoying myself. And I said no. And the old me would never have thought I would say no. But like when you just know in your chest, you're exactly where you need to be, I stayed. But before that, like I was crashing out all the time. I was drinking and then I'd hoop and then I'd play bad, crash out. And my crash out is like more just me crying like, God, why are you doing this to me? And I think once I got a therapist, which I advocate for a lot, got a therapist, he made me realize, this was in college, he made me realize, yo, Dylan, you haven't failed. This is just your path. You cannot compare your path to everybody else's. And once I realized I'm not walking beside my brother, I'm not walking beside Tristan Thompson, Mike Kabongo, I'm walking my own lane. My lane became way better. Because when you're walking beside somebody, it's crowded. You can't see everything. It's everybody's crowding you. You walk your own lane, you start seeing the flowers, you start seeing the sun. I'm walking my own lane, and now right beside me is my wife, my kids. We're walking all together. And sometimes I used to forget about that. When I thought I was failing, I'm like, I'm not getting to where I need to be. But now we're all walking together. My wife is flourishing, my daughter, my son. And I know we're gonna have losses somewhere. I know it's coming, but I think we've built this bond where we know we can all get through it together. Mm-hmm. And that's only because I took myself off this road and put myself on my own road. And I think a lot more people have to do that.
Appreciate you for sharing that, bro.
I can resonate with that, to be honest with you. Like, I feel like I mentioned this in the live. Sometimes you just get so lost in the rat race, bro, that you don't even consider or think about the people that are around you. Like, bro, you have an amazing career. Like, we're all blessed. Like, you have kids, I have kids, and sometimes I just get so lost trying to provide, trying to do this, trying to elevate that we don't stop and like smell the flowers. And my life right now, there's somebody that's under me that wishes that they have my life. And the more I think of that sometimes, I remind myself like to stay grounded and just be grateful for where I am, kind of thing. And so, I mean, I'm proud of you for sharing that. I really absolutely enjoyed that.
No, for real though. Like, I saw you post something the other day about the burnt toast theory.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard of that?
No.
I heard, but touch on it, please. It's not just us.
All day.
It reminds me of that. I feel like I might mess up how the burnt toast theory goes, but the idea is that, you know, you're at home making breakfast and you're rushing to get ready for work and you end up burning the toast. And you burnt the toast, and because you burnt the toast, it means you were late. You're late to where you have to go, but if you were on time in that version of your life, you could have gotten to an accident.
Yes.
But because you were late and burnt the toast,
Miss
even though the burnt toast happened and it upset you, it happened for a reason.
Yeah, you really researched it, baby.
It's something like that. Is it something like that?
That's exactly what you did.
Yeah.
That's
Something like
amazing
that.
You did that.
But it's like, it just reminds you that like you're exactly where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
And sometimes kind of like even to what Theon's saying, we get so focused, we're driving in our car and we're looking at where we're going. We're not even enjoying the time in the car. We're just miserable trying to get to this place that we may never even get to.
Exactly.
And it might not even be the place we're supposed to go. And it's like, I resonate with that so much because sometimes I get so caught up in I'm trying to get it. You want it too bad.
Yeah.
Remember I was on Family Feud with my dad? The man looked stressed the whole time.
You got Family Feud and joined it to him.
But I thought he wanted it too bad.
Yeah.
You know, on The Amazing Race, I wanted it too bad. Like, you just go through these moments where you want something so bad and you won't settle for anything else. And you get so tunnel vision that you're not even enjoying the journey.
I agree.
So even for, I guess, a smaller scale, helps me enjoy summer actually a lot. I am, to be honest, thinking of Canada and going to vacation other places, like they always touch on, it helps you like recalibrate. You're looking at things, looking at people in those places that maybe have less than, but are still enjoying life, things like that. But when I come home, I'm blessed to even look at Canada as being like a 4-seasoned or 3-season type of country. Where now it's like, yo, I get caught up in this rat race of winter grind season, da 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 da. And the summertime comes, and like Tashawn's saying, you're driving. Now it's time. You roll the windows down. You see something green. I'm driving down Lakeshore today. I'm seeing, I'm seeing the Lake Ontario. I'm seeing people running, walking, whatever. That is a joy to see. Just to see other people enjoying life is a joy. So I definitely resonate with what everybody has touched on for sure. Yeah, it's amazing.
Sure.
I like that burn toast theory, but I have a solution. Just scrape off the burn
It's
toast.
still late though. It's even later, dog.
Once again, you miss what was there for you. Scrape it off, dog. I burn my toast every morning.
Still good toast, dog.
Jeez, what I'm doing until you look at this thing. Nah, but then what you just said, Steph, like just enjoy the moments pretty much, because like what I do HVAC work, so it's furnaces and air conditioners, and and when we're doing the furnaces and you got to work outside in the freezing cold, it was like, how do you do this? Blah 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 blah. But then when the summer hits and it's burning your neck and you're sweating, you're just standing there. It's like, I remember one of my boys called me, he's like, what would you rather? And I said, the sun every day. I said, if I had to choose, even though I complain about it, which I shouldn't, because when I'm in the freezing cold, I can't feel my fingers. They're like this. It's a whole different feeling. I said, I'd rather be dehydrated in that sun than work in that freezing cold.
Bro, just look around and just say, damn.
Yeah, so now you just got to be grateful.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to pick your brain a little bit, Dylan, about what overseas life is like, because I mean, a lot of people are talking about, I play pro, this, that, and the third. I want to know something. I want to know. Not even that. I'm not getting there, guys. Follow me. I'm not talking about the 2-3 month players. I'm talking about it. I'm not talking about them.
They're still trying.
That's squeezing, fam.
That's still a journey. That's still a journey.
Yeah,
and you
it
guys
is.
are righteous in that journey. Let me just focus in now.
Go.
Focus in now. What are some of those hardships being away? Like you said, you're here for what, a year and some change now. You're only home 2 weeks or whatever.
I'll give you a big one. I want to see my entire family. Didn't see my son till he was 2 years old. My brother just had his first boy. Because I won't see him this summer, and then next summer we go to Australia. The summer after that, maybe I'll see him. He'll be 4 years old. Yeah.
And because you guys are both on the same
You
European
see, we're both
journey.
on the same schedules. Tyler's in Italy, was in Italy this year, going to Tel Aviv now. Shout out to Tyler. I'm in Spain. So we're playing the same time. And now, summertime, he goes to Houston. I go to Australia. Or let's say I come to Canada. He's in Houston. He has to fly 4 kids plus his wife all the way to Canada to see me. It's a lot.
Yeah.
So I think the biggest thing is you're missing birthdays. You're missing kids grow up. You're missing a lot of stuff. I think we don't get to have that community of grandma, grandpa, aunts, uncles, none of that. And because Megan lives in Australia, I'm from Canada, it's even harder then. And I think with my kids, like, they know my brothers and sisters, but it's different when you see them every day. It's different when they're crying and your uncle's picking you up. It's way different. So I think I missed that a lot.
When they met them, sorry to cut you off, but when they met them, what was the comfortability like then? Like,
it was tough.
Yeah, right.
Not that they didn't go to him, because my kids like a lot of people, but yeah, it takes them about a day to really be like, oh, this is somebody we know. So yeah, they're not gonna have that. I know what it is. They're not gonna have that bond that I wish they had. We do FaceTimes and everything like that. And I try to urge my family to fly out more. I tell Megan's family, they love to come out. I say, yo, I'll pay for the ticket, because you can't put a price on those bonds. But I think that's the biggest thing, being overseas.
All right, give me 2 more.
Yeah. So no, I got a lot.
Give me 2 more.
Another thing is, a lot of guys say they don't get the cultural stuff. I love, anywhere I go, I try to involve myself in the culture. You have to. You're staying there for 10 months. People think, yo, I'm going there for 10 months. Okay, I'm just going to do it and then go back home. No, you're back home for 2 months. That's your home now. Regardless if you're there for a year. For those 10 months, go outside, talk to the people, have the traditions. I think a lot of people don't do that, so then they're lost. Because they're like, yo, I don't know their traditions. I don't know what they do. I like to be in there because I'm like, this is what I'm living. So I think that divide for a lot of people, not for me, is a big thing. And the last thing would be probably your wives have to make friends every year. My wife had a big problem because it's a funny thing. Dylan Ennis was known, score points, go to the next bigger team. score a lot of points, go to the next bigger team. And it was a thing. It was like, yo, Dylan never stays in the same place all the time. So then when I had to leave, everybody knows me in the league already. So I have the fans. All my teammates, they know we played against each other, Instagram. But my wife has to almost force friendships with the other wives. And sometimes you know how it is with women, they may not like each other.
They're not going, yeah.
So then outside of that, where do the wives, you know how it goes.
Look at real right now.
It's the truth.
Bro, they don't sugarcoat it either.
They
Like,
don't.
each other. Like we'll fake it. Sorry to cut you off.
No,
but
it's
like, we'll
real.
fake it, but like, this is my dude, or whatever. Women,
This is a real issue. And my wife is not a confrontational person, but it's for all women. If you don't like another woman, it's going to show.
mm-hmm.
And then you might not like the woman that, oh, I'm best friends with this guy. So now it's a little riff. But I think, yeah, you leave every year, and your wife has to try to get new friends. Luckily, we've been in Mercia for 3 years now. She has her Pilates. She has that community. She has the friends from school. She has that community. She has these random friends she meets. She has that community. So now it's good. But until last year, it's been hard. Not terrible, but it's been hard.
To touch on that, even like with you, do you ever feel, I think this is one thing that I didn't like about basketball. You go to war with these guys for like you said, for some odd months. And it's like, yo, bro, I'm gonna come check in your city. I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna do whatever. And it's like, as soon as that you guys leave,
Bro, it's done.
it's done.
It's done.
That was like the hardest part for me because I really like felt like I held on to bonds.
Yes.
And it's like, yo, you're not actually checking for me.
You're not.
We're not actually
That's close.
who we said we would. Yeah.
And you really have to make an effort. Like with me, I would say 5 really close friends I played with before. But other guys, we still reach out, Instagram. But you have to make an effort. Even if there's nothing to talk about, you have to reach out or you lose all these connections. You're with each other for 10 months. And I know guys, I played with them for 2 years straight. And then like, I don't never see them again.
Yeah.
They live in San Diego. I'm from Canada. We'll just never see each other. So I think those friendships, like you said, unless you're like putting in effort both sides, you lose them. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, that's something I struggle with for sure.
Touched on about family. Let's lean into that a little bit.
Yeah.
It's been a joy actually to see you guys come together and stuff over socials, being as far as we are from you guys. But how important is that balance between marriage, family, and basketball for you?
I think they all coexist. You have to separate them because bad game, you don't bring that to your family. But having your family there to support you, after games, before my kids, I would go into I'm not gonna lie, deep depression for like 2 days. Cause I'm like, I'm overseas, I'm sacrificing everything, I have a bad game. My contract gonna be different, they're not gonna and this is going through my head. I'll be averaging 20 points a game, 20. One bad game, and I'm thinking like this. This was before I had my kids. Now, I don't have that as much, but I'm like, okay, what did you do wrong? I'm going over it more mature. I wake up, I see my kids, bro. It's the best feeling in the world. My wife knows how to.
You said it.
No, I'm just going. I mean, telling them, bro, it's a different feeling.
It's way different.
That's
Like,
it.
I look at them, there's not, I always say this, since I had my kids, I've had tough days. I've never had a bad day because I have them. Even being here, I already miss them already.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, I'm going to Canada. I'm with them all the time. A few days by yourself, everybody needs it. I said, no. I said, Megan, I miss y'all already. Where y'all? Because when we're there, bro, if my kids are at school, I'm doing something. I'm with my wife. And then they come, I'm playing with them. I put my phone down. People think I have my phone all the time because I'm on Instagram. No, bro. I'll get a boom, put it down. Because I just want to be in the moment with them. So when they're not there, it's such a big difference that is missing. But then I don't want to, I think a lot of people attach to their kids too much. So then when their kids do something wrong or their kids get older and leave and try to make their own decisions, it kills them. I want my kids to be independent, but I want them to always know, anything you need, not you kill a person, but if they kill a person, I'll hide a body for them, This is what I do. It sounds crazy. We was in the locker room and I asked these crazy questions to my boys. I said, let's say your son is about to be the #1 pick. And God forbid he has a bad night, goes out with his friends and hits somebody or something. And for some odd reason, the person passed away, but you were able to take the rap and you go to jail for 10 years. Would you do it to save his future? A lot of people said, no, I wouldn't do it. He has to learn. But I know if that was a mistake and he has a big future, I would eat it up for him. And maybe I'm wrong. This is my opinion. But I know if it was really honestly a mistake, and I just love him that much, I love my daughter that much, I would do something as extreme as that to make sure they're happy.
Do those people have kids?
They have kids.
No. Okay.
Yo, let's go around the room with that, actually. With that question. Let's go around the room. I feel like I know your two answers, to be honest, but I'll let you guys speak. So let's go around the room.
Doing the time, fam.
Absolutely.
100%. Like you
I'm
said,
doing the time too.
yeah, to speak to it, like this person, like you said, you make a mistake, and it's like this could cost your whole future, and I could change around.
And it's not. It's
Hold on, why you
not.
smiling at me?
So you know everybody's asking
I feel an eye on me.
So Shaw started doing this. Like,
Over there, he looks like he's choking up.
yeah, he's like, I ain't going.
And we're not saying that he went and like really just shot somebody. Like it was an honest
mistake. Yeah.
Even if he did, I don't have no kids. I'm telling you guys right now, especially at the age I'm at now, I'm 33. By the time my kid is of age to be outside by himself to make that type of mistake, and I could tape the rap, I've probably lived 40, 50 years.
right?
10 years if I actually get to make it to 16 hours, like versus his 10.
Yeah,
It's
I was about to say,
Come on,
so
bro.
you're only doing 10.
10.
Number one draft pick, you forgot.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? So
money should be alright. Good.
But then hold on, on the flip, my man was like, he has kids. He's funny dude.
Yeah.
He goes, what if your son was just unmotivated, just always in the house, smoking weed all day, and he didn't really have a future? Would you do the same thing?
That is the real question.
Okay.
This is a good one.
no, hold on.
I
I
can't lie.
He stumped me a little
the
bit.
first one.
You didn't answer the first one yet. Terrell, we know his answer.
The honesty, you can be honest.
What's
You
your
gotta be honest.
First
No.
question?
The first question. Would you do it?
I'm gonna go to jail for 10
That's
years
what we said.
Bright, motivated.
for him. Of course, bro. That's my son.
Oh, okay.
100%.
Oh, you stumped me with that one.
He's just
For
trying-
him?
yeah, he's just trying to be political.
No. I
Right.
actually would.
Okay, so let's move to the second part.
Yeah.
What do you guys feel about that? Like if he's unmotivated,
How old is he?
He's 18.
18.
Same scenario. She's just unmotivated.
Unmotivated. And we're talking
Unmotivated.
about in the basement, doesn't want to get a job, nothing.
I'm hoping that this decision that he just made, he's opening his eyes to see that his dad's willing to take this for him,
Right, motivating.
to motivate him to get up and go do something, and I'll do that 10 years. Now, if I did that 10 years and nothing has changed,
Stinger?
hold on,
That would be
and nothing changed, I did that 10 years, I'm going to be honest with you.
I did the
Crushing
10. If
that?
I find out on the
There's a lot of
visitation,
people I don't really like cut out of my life. I would look at my son.
You're on
And
the
I,
real
I know,
You're
I'm
on
gonna
the
tell
verge.
them. When I get out, I wouldn't even say. This is all I would say. You didn't change, and I did that for you. I see where we're at.
No, exactly. It's
And that's
respect
it.
for me.
That's
agree.
it.
I
I would
agree.
just leave it at that. I'm not saying I'm
I
never gonna
agree.
talk to him again. Like if he comes and says, "Dad, I did this, I did that," that's good. I'm still not happy.
That's why I
with
said
your
it's
decision. Like,
it's
you know what I'm
respect for
saying?
me that you didn't
So,
have. Like
That's
I
it.
went to go take the rap for you, and you are coming around still taking advantage of the
way.
situation. All right, cool. That'll work.
That's it.
All right.
All right, cool.
You guys are all doing that? Taking the time?
Yeah, bro.
For the son that's not
That's
motivated?
The reason why the reason
I'm gonna
why
lie to you guys. I'm not doing
the
it.
reason why is because I have friends that have been in the system, and I've seen when going in and coming out.
Change you.
What I don't even know if they've changed. It kind of kept them in that same type of realm in a sense, right? Where it's like I come out and now the system's gonna look at me a way I can't get hired here, or I got to do this because it's fast money, and that's what got them trapped up in the first place. So hopefully, in taking this route, they have a new light and they exactly a new
But the
perspective.
scary thing for me is you know your son so well. You know your kids. You know your kids so well. You know if he's unmotivated, it's a chance he will not change.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I'm there for my son all day, but I know people so well.
Mhm.
I think if I know my son, I know he won't change. Maybe it's
It
gonna
might
sound
change your
crazy.
decision. Yeah. Might change.
That him going in, yeah, it's messed up. But maybe that changes him.
That's where I'm coming
Maybe
from.
that
with
changes
answer.
him. Maybe
Is
that's
he,
what
is he doing the 10 years too?
he has to do 10. But you know your
He's
kids.
not motivated. He's not doing
You
like,
know.
just
I
another
know.
thing on that path.
I
Yes,
understand.
you
I'm not doing
18
it.
to 28 is nuts in terms of your development
25
versus
to
me
35.
versus me going at 33 to 43.
Hold on.
What about?
Go.
I know where
Go,
you.
go.
I know where you
I'm
might
just
be going
adding
with
that. Yeah.
Because you might have other kids.
This is what I was about to say. I have
might
my
have a
daughter.
wife.
If you have your other kids
might
out
have
there,
a whole-
your wife, and you sacrifice all that for a guy who
Where-
kid.
No, hold on, because now I'm gonna reverse that. Hold on, I got.
saying?
I
You
got
were
you.
going-
No, no, no,
this is
this
it.
is- Yeah. So you guys think your wife's gonna look at you the same way you just put her baby in jail?
That's a good one.
put her baby in jail.
That's her
Yes,
baby.
man,
No
you
matter how
let
you
her
think
go
your
to
mom
jail.
looks at you as a man, you're still her baby.
Your mom's
You're still your mom's
I
baby.
didn't put the kid. I didn't put him in jail.
But you have a chance
Yeah,
to
you have a
not
crazy
put him in
argument.
jail.
You have a crazy
You think your wife is gonna go home and ask your guys' wives and your girls tonight?
I will.
You'd have,
You're
a crazy,
nuts.
you'd have a crazy argument with
You-
her.
Yes.
No, I wouldn't.
I promise
You think she'd be on
Ask
your
her
side?
that and let us know.
100%.
she would
He's
not
not
look at you
doing
the
nothing with his
same.
life.
Listen to me. If me,
And gets
if
into
we
an
come
accident.
back here again,
I gotta take time.
if we come back here again, and you guys fought over this, don't involve us.
No, this one will be. I 100% know this.
You might.
On the flip side, with the draft pick, and he's on the up and up, and he makes a mistake, and he's on the up and up. Different scenario. Then he's just doing foolishness, smoking weed, sitting in the basement,
Yo,
gets in an accident.
Sean,
It won't change.
I'm telling you,
Won't
the
change it.
scenarios don't change for them.
Thank
For
you.
the women.
Yeah, listen to me.
Like
He
he said,
doesn't have
this
kids.
is their baby.
This is what I'm
But
saying.
even I
And
put
even
myself in them shoes, and I know what my dad would
Dylan
do.
has
for me, and
kids.
it's
I
like,
said no.
No, but he's
No, he
not
said he
talking from the
doesn't
woman
know.
perspective. He's not
from women's
he's not
perspective, I'm telling you, that once they have the baby, and it's not saying that women who don't have the baby, they're gonna love the baby, but once that baby start growing in them, there's a chemical bond that we can never have.
Never.
That these women will have. I've seen mothers people killed people, and they're still there every day for them. It's my baby. I know this is not him. It's different.
Tough,
For
See what I'm
women.
saying? They're there in court crying.
So you're saying she's gonna look at you different.
She gonna look at you different,
But you're
bro.
also the provider, my brother.
It
What
doesn't
about for the
matter.
other
Now your wife.
kids?
Now your wife.
The other kid.
2025,
The other
brother.
kid.
We're
You're
not
giving
just
up
one
on the
fighters.
other kid.
The other
It
kids
doesn't
You're
get
make
not
sense.
giving up on the other kid. You're saving one kid to save your family. You get what I'm saying? Now, when your son goes in at 18 and he comes out at 28, like we're saying, that he
a big
went in as a
transitional
boy.
period. It's a big transitional period, bro.
Huge. Now, if we went in 33, 34, however old we are, 30, and we come out at 43, 44, you'd be like, all right, cool. You know, I held it down for my kid, the 10 years, the 10 years. But from going from a boy, a young man, a boy,
Our
to be
projections are
going into jail with men, it's a whole different ball game.
similar-
And you're
it's a-
speaking on it, Tashawn, because I'm telling you, a lot of men, like Steph was saying, I see men go into jail and
Nasty,
they,
bro.
they don't come back the same.
Nah.
Nasty, dog.
They
kinda
don't.
like- it's
I'm
kinda
telling
like
you, it's
the-
a different ball game.
We're both drowned in who you kind of saving question. Women are gonna
back to back.
100%.
Yeah, I guess
They're
so.
gonna choose the kid. And I
Some
would
of us chose our girl, and we still. When I looked at us like, yo, I couldn't choose that because my wife would look at me like I'm nuts.
Exactly.
She wouldn't be able to live
25
after that.
seconds.
Thank
would be.
you.
I was gonna
We
say
had
it,
this
but-
conversation. Really, really.
It would be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
but
wouldn't be able to live.
I hear you guys.
Tough question. I see both sides though. I'm not.
Yeah, yeah,
There's
of
no
course.
right or
It works,
wrong.
yeah.
I do. In the other scenario, I see,
Yeah.
yo, your number one pick, bro. Just take
Yeah.
care of the family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other scenario,
I know that is.
my guy's not taking care of the family.
You go do your time. Service night, man.
I'll see you later, my boy.
No, don't get me caught up. I'll come see you.
I'm busy here.
Dylan, close the door.
That's my dog. That is my dog. That is my dog.
You take care of him in there, all right?
And it's not our sons now. It's a different type of person. It's a different type of person.
I'm gonna be back next week. Y'all take care of him for the week, please. Oh man.
Go ahead. I was say, speaking on kids though, like it is as a father, it is refreshing to see the relationship that, like, obviously you post on social media with your kids, like,
Absolutely.
yeah, just having fun and just running in the backyard or whatever.
Yes,
and just like,
man.
I think back to being a kid and like what I would want to be as a father and like providing a house and all this stuff. Like, you're doing it, brother.
I really appreciate that, man. I think I don't like, the crazy thing is, I don't think people think this because I think everybody knows I'm pure in what I do now. Maybe initially when you first, like my boy said, yo, I see you on social media. And when I signed, I was like, me and my wife said, yo, is he really like this every day? There's no way. But then he sees me like, oh, he's really like this. I'm really like, every day I really think no matter what we're doing, I'm just here with them. I engulf myself in everything we're doing. We could be coloring, drawing, because I don't think a lot of people realize you're gonna look back and you're gonna be like, yo, remember those days? I always think, not, yo, remember those days? I say, yo, the time is now. Those days are right now. And I think me being able to show it to people on Instagram, it's allowing other people to do it. And I'm happy about that. People hit me up all the time. You're an inspiration. You're a great father. It's not 'cause I'm doing it. I don't need the stripes. I just know that we're going to miss these days one time.
And like, to add to that, like, imagine you had that journey to the league. You wouldn't have that
Same
same
type of
platform.
This is what I'm
You know
saying.
I mean?
It's impossible.
You
I
wouldn't
don't
have
think.
no chance.
I'm not saying that nobody in the league is a great father. There's great fathers
Of
in the league,
course.
but it's different. In Europe, it's just me, the kids, my wife sometimes. It's just us. Foreign country. We don't know this. We're just moving. And I think because of that, we're going to be such a closer knit family because it's just us. That's what we feel. We call it teamers. We say to each other, yo, we're teamers. And it's just us four.
Yeah.
But
I
thank you.
have one question for Dylan. You described like fatherhood as being this moment that changed you in so many ways. Like describe that to me because it sounds like you became a different person. Like what happened?
I don't fuck. Sorry, man. Sorry. Yo, it's different, man. It's like I was lucky enough to have two fathers. One tragic accident. I seen him wake up every day being paralyzed, smiling. Another father who I live with. I seen him wake up every day, 4 a.m., going to work, waking up, going to bed at 12, taking us to basketball, doing everything. So I think it was almost a cheat code for me to have two role models for myself. And then people think, yo, you have your fathers. That's it. And I had my mother who was a great role model as well. She taught me how to love my kids unconditionally. When I became a father, I always knew I wanted to be a father. There's nobody in this world, not even God himself. I love you, God, but not even God himself could tell me you're not going to be able to have kids. No offense to anybody who can't. But I just knew it. I felt it. And when I did, bro, I don't know. Like, it's hard to explain. Like, you guys know it's a feeling. I told my wife the other day, there's moments where I just feel like everything's in slow motion, bro. I love them. Like, I seen you talking about your son at the basketball game when he seen you start going hard. But when I see them, I'm a different person. When I'm around them, I'm a different person. I want my karma to be good so that it goes to my kids. I know that's not what it is. When me and my wife have arguments, I know there's no connection in this. This is crazy. But I say, yo, do I want my daughter to be treated like this? I'm watching sometimes, me and my wife, we argue, she cries. I go console her after I realize, okay, let me console her because I want my daughter's husband to do the same thing. And maybe there's no connection, but I feel like this universal energy, maybe God will do that. Dylan, you made sure you treated your wife good. Your daughter seen this. She's gonna know what she deserves. With my son, I want him to see like, yo, you could be the biggest star in the world. You could have all the money in the world, but give to your kids, pour into your kids, pour into your wife, pour into the people around you. So being a father, it just teaches you so much. And I think it taught me the best things in life. When you said your son seen you, like to know that you could give somebody that joy and that person's a part of you, I think it's the best feeling. And people could, maybe you don't want to have kids, maybe it's too much responsibility, that's fine too. But when you find it in your kids, it's uncomparable. You can't compare it to nothing else. And it made me be a better person and want to have better karma, not just for my well-being, but, just for all of us. You know what I mean?
I'm actually gonna say something to that. So I have a friend, he called me the other day. I don't really speak to him as much. And he's like, I didn't get it. I was like, what didn't you get? He's like, when I saw you crying, I'm like, I crying for, and he just had a kid and his daughter's a baby.
After the video, or this is prior?
So like he had his daughter, but she was new.
Yeah,
she was new. So when you're new, it's just everything's new to you. Yeah. Right now, his daughter's walking, moving, and all that type of stuff. So he calls me and he's like, "I've never seen you cry before in all the years I've known you." And I was like, "Why is this guy crying?" He goes, "I'm calling you because yesterday morning I got up and I started crying." And I said, "Why? What happened? You good?" He goes, "Bro, I don't think I cried in 10 years." He goes, "But I saw my daughter get up, walk, and her words were daddy."
Oh.
And he's like, "Now I understand when you have somebody looking up to you, what are you going to do now?" And he's like, "You know what? That moment made me realize I got to change my life." Yeah. So hearing Dylan talk, Dylan almost had me crying just now again. That's 2 times, bro. First when you talked about your wife and your kids, I'm like, look at this guy, bro. And then you're talking about your kids again, and I'm telling you guys, it's a different ball game. We're young, we're like, whatever, we're just going with the flow. But when you actually see that person look up to you and say, daddy, or you're providing for this person. You want them to have the best, better than what you ever had. Like you were saying, you don't want nobody to treat your daughter this way. So you go and console your wife. Different ballgame. Because when we're younger, we're like, we'll cool off. We'll talk about it after. Different ballgame. So when I say it's a different ballgame, I absolutely mean it. And people who don't have kids, you'll understand one day when you do have kids. Because the person who called me, I never thought he would call me and say that. You get what I'm saying? So I just wanted to touch on that.
Poof. Yeah, man. It's precious, bro. To be even like, to add my little spin on it. like again, talking about the rat race, getting lost in it and working all the time. I remember there was just one day, like, I woke up after, like, I usually work nights, so sometimes in the morning I don't really wake up with the kids. And one day I just woke up and my youngest decided, I was like, you know what, I won't just sit on the couch and just lay there. I'm going to play with him. Bro, the man just got up and started walking. It's like, imagine this day, I stayed in bed. I missed it. And that's how, like, you talk about kids, that's how precious it is, bro. It's so crazy, bro.
Can't wait.
That's dope.
Sounds amazing.
That's dope. Sorry to
Yeah, shoot.
I think those moments, you were in that moment for a reason. I think, and with your kids.
The burnt toast.
Yes. I have this quote on my leg, and it basically says, we think we're teaching our kids, but our kids are teaching us way more than we can ever teach them. Your kid taught you to be in the moment. Sometimes it was last week. My son, he's doing puzzles. He loves puzzles. And I'm never on my phone. I'm always with him. But I had to grab my phone because I had to message the bank. I had to do something very important. And he said, Daddy, get off your phone. It's rude. Bro, I just stopped. And I'm not normally on my phone with him, but I knew I had to get this off. And he said it and just kept doing the puzzle. And bro, I just put my phone down. And for that whole week, I don't normally have my phone around them, but I just made it a thing. Dylan, put your phone down. And I told the banker after, I said, yo, I'll talk to you after. Doing the puzzle with my son at that moment and telling the bank, yo, I need this mortgage. That's very important, but nothing is more important than that moment. And you experience something. Yeah, you're working hard and you have to do this. You have to provide at night. It's hard to wake up and you can never guilt yourself in wanting to provide for your kids because this is what you have to do. But when you could find that little bit of energy to wake up with your son one day out the week, it changes everything. And they feel it. They feel when you're there. They feel if you're just there doing your job, and they feel when you're actually there. And you were actually there, and look what happened.
Yeah, bro. It's crazy.
Sean and Steph, you guys have any kid stories?
I can only talk about things like when I see with my homies that have kids, or like my sister and my nephew. I can speak to those type of things and seeing like the joy that they bring, like especially after coming home after a long day or whatever, and seeing like if I have my nephew with us, and then my sister will come get him, and it's like just the joy that he gets when it fills up the room. He could be happy. We're watching Paw Patrol, this, that, and the third, but when my sister comes in and he sees her, it's different. It's
It's a question to you
elated.
guys.
Yeah.
So both of you guys first, and then you guys can answer too. What's your deepest fear about being a father? And what is your guys' deepest fear about having kids? Because obviously kids are joy, but it's not easy as well. What is your deepest fear, or what are you fearing with your kids or you being a father right now?
I can answer first because I think my answer is easier and less nuanced. But I think me not having a child as of yet, the idea of wondering, is it too late? Is it something that, because before when I was a younger kid, or like young adolescent, whatever you want to call it, I was like, yo, I want to have a kid young. I want a kid to grow up with me as I'm growing.
Yeah.
But obviously it didn't work out that way. Yeah, right? So obviously it didn't work out that way, and I'm looking at the situation like, did I tell myself that's something I wanted? Or is it something I do want for real? Yeah. So battling that, and then the other thing of just being like, choosing the right woman, and hopefully us not falling out, or like even having arguments. I'm having this argument with this person, and maybe the bottom line isn't as serious, but the fact that we're having an argument and the argument blew up bigger than what the actual reason for the argument was, I'm looking at that thing like, damn, is this like, I'm arguing with this person over this, but now we have a kid. We could split, and now I don't want that. And I said this before on the podcast, to be in the situation where my parents split, and then to see how it did me and my siblings differently, I just look at that and I'd never want that for my kids. So yeah, all those things kind of sit in my head.
I think I have a few. I think not setting them up the tools to be good people.
Mhm.
I think you mentioned, like, no matter how big of a star you are, just being grounded, being polite,
Yep.
giving back.
Mm-hmm.
And like part of the reason I do this podcast, or I do like where we do Mind State U, is because I want my kids to look and be like, wow, like he didn't have to do all that.
Dope.
You know what I mean? He didn't have to try and be a light in this world that's so dark. You know what I mean? So I want them to do that. And again, like falling into generational curses. You know what I mean? And being another statistic. I want to be a positive statistic where it's like, wow, look at this. This is a model family. Like this is what the Black community, a Black love kind of thing looks like. And my kids grow up in a 2-parent household, white picket fence, dog running around. Like that's, if I didn't provide that for them, and I don't necessarily have to do that exact image, but if I didn't give that to them, I feel like I would have been feeling.
Are you the father that, I don't know, your father personally, are you the father that you always wanted for your kids right now?
100%.
So,
I think, to even what I was saying before, like, I couldn't ever look at my kids and be like, them being like, yeah, Dad, I have a basketball game, or I have a concert.
Anything,
yeah,
for sure.
And then be like, yeah, I had to work. Do you know what I mean? Like,
You're gonna be there. Yeah.
It blows my mind sometimes when I think about it, and I'm like, how could you? Like that little you came up to you.
Yes.
Like imagine you talking to yourself when you're younger.
Yes.
Being like, hey, I need you to show up, and you're like, nah, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't do it. I
Like
couldn't
that.
do it.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Want me to go?
Fears,
Yeah,
even.
Pops.
Nah, because I was thinking hard about this, and I couldn't really like put my finger on one thing. There's just so many, but like I'm gonna touch on that last thing that Theon said. Like it was like just being a present father. Like I'm at all my son's games. He plays baseball and he plays basketball. I'm at every game. I'm on the sideline cheering, yelling, doing the whole thing. And also like we train on Mondays. So when he's like, oh, what time are we going to train? And I'm like, I'm gonna go shoot the podcast. He goes, I thought he's gonna be like, no, don't do it. He goes, we'll do that, Daddy. You love doing that. You know, we trained yesterday. So,
That's fine.
so that like gave
fine.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That gave me more joy to come here and
Yeah.
like, and I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, I love this kid, bro.
Yeah.
Literally.
He gets me.
Yeah.
And it's like I said, just being a present father and being there for him. That's it.
You're a deep guy, eh?
You are, you right,
Nah,
bro.
this guy's it.
You're deeper than they say you are, though. That's a crazy statement.
That's
Let's just move on. Fruity.
Not being ready.
Yeah.
That's my biggest fear. And I from what these guys have told me, they pretty much said like you never are ready.
What's ready, bro?
Never.
What's ready?
For me,
Yeah.
I mean, like what's ready for me, like I look at it in my personal situation.
Mhm.
It's not like I look at these guys and they have jobs.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. It's just a point of readiness.
There's like there's
External
some
factors.
bit of steadiness
Yeah.
and like routine
Mhm.
in what they do, and I don't feel like I have that.
Mm.
So I feel like as an entrepreneur, like not knowing what you'll make next month and not knowing what's gonna happen, it feels very scary to think of like having a child
Yeah.
and not feeling like this level of stability in your life.
Yeah. It's so
Right.
crazy you say that because from the outside looking in, and obviously it's social media, you can't determine it. You, from your insights and how you're active and everything, I just outside looking, you look ready. Just from me, from what I'm saying. But to hear that this is a fear, it's a real fear.
100%.
Yeah.
Because it's like I feel ready in a situation right now where it's like I'm ready to take risk, knowing that. Well, now it's me and my girl, but like initially it was like the risk was my own risk.
Yeah.
I could spend all this money and it might not work out,
But it's on you.
but it's on me.
Yep.
But to take other people, to take a wife and kids in on that risk.
Mhm.
When I see entrepreneurs who are solely entrepreneurs, have a family, I look at them and say, how? You don't know what's gonna happen. But they believe so strongly in what they're doing that they're able to make it happen. And they're able to have that balance. But it's like, I wonder, like, could I be that? What is it possible?
Would that fear push you out of trying to have kids later? Or do you think you get over that?
I don't have the answer to that. It's one of those things where it's like, I'm just living in the present.
Yeah.
And letting whatever happens. But as you continue to live in the present, it builds your future.
It does.
As you continue to grow and learn and implement all these things we're hearing and seeing and doing, it builds your future.
Yeah.
But in terms of being ready, from what I hear, you're never ready.
Never.
So, like this, like you finishing on with that point there, I think that's what's been my biggest help to getting me to the point of saying ready is seeing so many people that are now of my age or of my community or of my my childhood that I used to do the same things that we're all doing together, and then now they're fathers. To see them do that now and be like, you know what? And seeing them in their day-to-days, because now it's a little bit more personal. Like seeing one of my best friends, he's a father of 2, and just seeing him like you said, at a point where it's like you don't know or you don't know how. It's like they just do.
Let's go.
You know what I mean? It's just the motivation of them just doing it. There's no other way but to do it. And if you don't do it, yeah, you're hurting people aside from yourself. So it gives you that extra push. So that's what helps me get closer to the point of ready. Because again, I'm in the same boat as you. I don't have any. But yeah, no, I think that's what's helped me. But yeah, man, it's like kudos to all the fathers and the ones that I do know personally. You guys as well. You guys make a very, very tough job look so joyous, bro.
Thank you.
So joyous.
100%.
Shout out to our partners too, bro, because it's not just on us, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's not just us, man. Our partners, they do a lot of heavy lifting that a lot of people don't see.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't see. And I think as a partner, I think on both sides, the mother has to show father appreciation, and the father has to show the mother appreciation.
100%.
You know, there's this stigma where, and this is no disrespect to women, that it's stereotype. The mother carried the kid 9 months, and this like trumps everything that the father does. But we're gonna give you the flowers when you give us the flowers as well. Because in a lot of households, father goes through a lot. You gotta protect, you gotta provide. You have this mental load. Is my wife okay? Is my kids okay? I think it's only gonna work well when both people are showing appreciation to each other. When it's lopsided, then you know how the boat goes.
Absolutely. All right, so kind of moving in a different direction, brother. That mini film you put out of you going from to now who you are today, amazing. Is that like type of what's the direction after basketball, bro?
Yeah, more media space stuff. You know, I love to tell stories. I love to tell my story, other people's story. If I was younger, I think before I had kids and everything, I would love doing what you do, bro. I watch what you do with the brands and the shows. It's sick. I love it. I think so. It's sick. Yeah. I'm watching your stuff like, yo, I'm not lying. Like, yo, I know him. Yo. It feels this way.
Yeah.
Even my wife, she's like, yo, Amazing Race, she watch it. Survivor, she watch it. I'm like, yo, my boy was on Amazing Race. It's sick. But now, like, being older, I want to tell stories. I used to think I'd always want to be in front of the camera. I love the camera. Not just like, yo, put it on me, but I'm comfortable. Yeah. There's nothing where I'm shy in front of the camera. But now I'm getting older. I'm like, yo, there's stories to tell, whether that's my story, whether that's somebody else's story. All of our stories we're telling right now. Yeah. And this is what I want to do. I don't know if it's a media company I want to do or working with a media company to work with athletes or actors or even normal people to tell their story, to show how all of us are relatable in some way. So I'm trying to build that platform now because this is my resume. My social media, it's not just a game anymore. It's I can't work. Basketball's my work. I can't show them, I worked at Costco, I worked at the bank for 3 years. It's, all right, this is my social media, this is what I want to do. All right, look at the videos I create, look at the connections I make. I'm trying to work on brand deals now. Look at, I could sell your product. And I'm trying to do all that now so that when basketball's done, then it's a smooth transition because it's tough when you're done playing basketball. You guys could attest to it. Yeah. You have to find yourself again. It's
still going, bro, show. I'm playing. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm trying to do it now. I think is God willing, I think I have like 7 more years to play. I take care of my body. I love the game. But you got to start now because you can't start a year or 2 out.
What led you to get to that mind frame? Because I feel like within the basketball community, like I know so many guys, like when they're playing pro, like you said, don't get into the community. You know, they sit in front of the game, don't experience life. Like what made you be like, okay, I have to have something else on my resume?
There's 2 things. Number one thing, I just seen him this weekend, Kevin Rafferty. He was my college roommate. And you know those people who his father's successful, so he knows what he has to do to be successful. He works hard. He kept telling me, he became my financial advisor. He said, Dylan, you have to start saving your money now. It's my second year, my first year out. I said, what are you talking about, bro? It's my second year. I'm gonna start saving. He goes, start saving now. He created my stocks. He created the savings account. And I've started saving every year, and it's been growing. Then he told me, yo, Dylan, you have to start building your platform as far as job-wise. Get a LinkedIn, do this, reach out to people, because when you're done, you're gonna go through this stage where you don't know what you wanna do. So start doing it now, build it now, so when you get out, you know exactly what you wanna do. So he really pushed me. I gotta give him his flowers on that. And then I have a friend, and this is my boy, and he knows that this is all, he taught me so much, James Faldine. Me and him talk about so much things. He never likes to open up to people. And me and him known each other for the last 8 years. And he's older than me. And I always looked up to him a little bit. No, a lot. He has the money. He has the car. He has the big ass house. Good looking dude. I ain't gonna lie. Light skinned boy with the eyes. Good looking dude. He's personable. But he always said, I don't know what I want to do after. I'm not sure where my life is going to go. He's like, I have everything I need. But now he's looking to start relationships, like serious relationships. He's looking to start a job after he's played 17 years. And now he's doing another year, and he just signed another year. He's like, yo, I don't know what I want to do, and it scares the shit out of me. And because hearing that, I try to help him through it and give him confidence, but it also is a lesson to me, like, I don't want to be scared having 2 kids, a wife. Like, what am I doing? If I don't have my head on straight, then they said the head of the snake, if you cut the head off, the whole body dies. Not saying my wife and me, we're both the head, but it's a 2-headed snake now. You cut one off, the snake is not as strong. So I want to make sure that I don't cut my head off. I want to keep going, keep knowing what I want to do, have that confidence. So it starts from me building it now. So when I'm done, it's like, okay, this is we're done. Basketball's done. I loved it. It was great, but now I'm doing this.
Yeah, I love that. That's amazing, man.
Come on.
I think more people have to explore it, bro. Like a lot of guys, like, don't even pick up a book.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? It's like you're so behind the 8 ball because you're playing ball, and they tell us this when we're young. You can't play this game forever, right? So you gotta. I know, like, it's weird because it's like this complex. Like when you're younger, they teach you don't have a plan B. Like it's got to be.
This is the worst thing you could say to somebody.
But nah, you do. Like, what do you like?
Yes.
What motivates you? What gives you hunger at the end of the day, right? So it's truly important. I'm glad that you found that, brother.
I think a lot of guys, and not even just basketball players. My therapist asked me last year. She goes, Dylan, what do you like to do? I said, well, I like to, take my kids apart. No. That's for the kids. What do you like to do? I said, well, me and my wife, we like to go to the movies. She goes, Dylan, that's with somebody else. What do you like to do? So I try again. I said, think about it. I said, okay, let me think. I like to enjoy going out after the game with my boy. She goes, Dylan, again, yes, you could go out, everybody go, but for you. I said, I don't know. I really don't.
Like hobbies and such?
Yeah.
Okay.
Drawing or whatever.
What am I having? What passion do I have outside of basketball? Because after I'm recovering, I'm shooting more, but outside of basketball, what do I like? And this became the media space. I enjoy making these movies. I sit down on my computer, not saying I don't love basketball, I love it to death. But when I start on a project, just like the ones you guys brought up, I can't think of nothing else. I think, okay, I gotta put this here, or I could add this, or let me get that video, let me hit my sister and get the video that I knew that she had 5 years ago to put this in here. I drew to this passion. And finally, when my therapist said that's for me. Megan, my wife, I buy a camera, I'll buy this. Maybe I don't use it, but she goes, this is your passion. You enjoy that. And I think it makes me a better person, because when basketball's not going good, this is my passion I have. And I think a lot of people, they don't realize what they love. And that's just something I love.
That's beautiful, man. And it's like creating is therapeutic, right?
Yes.
And we're all creators in our own way.
Mhm.
And sometimes we just don't find space to express it, or we're not encouraged to express it, right? And it's like, it's great that you found that, because it's true. No one asks us, what do you like? Usually what we like is attached to someone else or something else. But I think it also comes with the fact that a lot of us, we don't even spend time alone. And some of us, we feel like we can't.
This is it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't. We got to do this. I got to do that. I got this. I got family of this. We don't even sit there and be like, yo, what do I like?
It's calm.
Yeah,
When
we're
it
always
hit me,
attached to an identity.
Before I went on Big Brother, they had me sitting there for maybe 16 days, no TV, no nothing. You're just in a hotel room going crazy. But then you're just thinking, what do I like to do? You start writing stuff down. You start drawing, color, like doing all kinds of things. And you actually realize, I don't even sit by myself. I don't even sit and just think. I mean, you get that time, you build a relationship with yourself, but that's why it's so important to build a relationship with yourself and not tie your identity to one thing. A lot of us, our identity is like my work,
One thing.
my family, but at the core, at the first thing you are is you first. And if you're not good, everything around
The
else.
way you said this too, it's a funny story. Everything connects. My therapist said, yo, Dylan, what you have to do every week, just take an hour out and go to do something you like. So what I started doing at lunch, my kids were at school, my wife's at home, I would go and just have lunch with myself. And I put my phone down, I just look around, I see kids playing. I'm like, yo, I never did this. So then I started doing things on my own. And my wife, and I still do a lot of things with my wife, but she's like, yo, you just do it by yourself? I said, yeah. So I came down here about 3 hours early because I'm like, okay, let me walk around. I haven't been in Toronto. But then I was like, shit, what am I going to do? So I came down here and I'm thinking. I searched up fun adult things to do. And there's the virtual thing, you put the thing on, you go shoot. And I searched it up, went. And the guy was like, you're just here by yourself? People don't normally do this. Bro, I went and had the best time and I could sit by myself and enjoy it. And I texted my wife, I said, you guys, I miss you guys. Like, I'm not normally by myself. It's just too long now for me by myself. But I'm gonna see my mom, my dad soon. But the first day it was just me by myself the whole time. And I just typed it in. I went to go do the virtual training and I enjoyed it. I said, yo, this was so fun just for me. And I think we have to do that more. Yeah. You could be at work. Yeah, you're working for your family and you love them, but you'll find your little time for yourself as well and enjoy it.
Yeah. I'll take you guys up on
that. That's all the questions I kind of had. No, one more. Sorry, I apologize. If you could say one thing to viewers, how we could help our younger generation looking on, our men, become better men, what would it be?
Give a good one. You got a lot. The one small one I'll say before. Normally my phone is charged right beside my bed. I don't know if you're religious. I don't know if you love the universe. I don't know if you love whatever is something. Before you touch that phone, pray, give thanks. I do not touch that phone until I give thanks. If it's your wife, give your wife a kiss. Tell her good morning. If it's your kids, go. I know it's something so small, but if you cannot resist picking up your phone first and check, okay, who's validating me? Go to somebody or give thanks. I pray every morning before I touch my phone. I say good morning to my wife. And I might look at it real quick to see the time. I put it right down. I go to my kids' room every morning. And they yell out. I know when they're up. Mommy, Daddy, Amaya, Chance, I'm awake. And then my daughter will be, Mommy, Daddy, Chance, I'm awake. Like, we do this every morning. And I make sure I give the thanks before I go into my own little circle. But on a bigger scale of things, everything you're doing, it's building you to be the person you want to be. Yeah, we're going to have losses. Don't take that. And yeah, sit in your feelings. We have to. Be mad, be sad. But just know it's building you for something bigger. And it's hard for you to see it in the moment. But you have to try to, this dark hole that something happened, just go inside, look around, There's something that you could pull out from it all the time. My father, and this is super deep, my father was shot when I was in my mom's stomach. And and he smiles all day. I could probably say like, yo, it's fucked up. Like he's shot. Why does he have to be paralyzed all the time? And I had another father, but just I'm focused on him. For the rest of my life, I said, one, I get to see him. And two, he is paralyzed and he's still happy. That's the happiest person in the world. Maybe he's not happy to everybody else, but he's happy to me. If he could be happy all the time, why can't I? If you told me right now, my whole left side is paralyzed, I would be distraught because I'm an athletic person. I'm moving around. I'd try to find a way to be happy, but this is what I grew up with. I watched him every day limp and make sure he was walking to the store with me, coming back, making me happy. If he could be happy, why can't I? If I have, I'm not saying I'm fucking millionaire, but I have more money than I actually need, to be honest. Like, I don't think that human beings need so much money. Yeah, I work hard for it. I appreciate it. But when the TV breaks, yeah, why did TV break? But what am I mad at? People aren't watching TV. Some people don't have TV. My flight got canceled. Some people like, yo, my flight canceled. My day, and I gotta go to a hotel. I have the option to get on a flight and change my flight and fly out to go see my family, my friends. People have to realize they have to zoom out. Men, zoom out. Because the shit that we're complaining about is valid. It's not valid. It's valid. But there's people who are way worse. And every time I'm going through something, my wife's like, yo, Dylan, why are you not mad about this? Because there's somebody going through something way worse. I have a healthy wife, healthy kids. I've been healthy. What else am I mad about? They say your biggest problem right now is it's probably tough. But when that becomes a health problem, is over that, God forbid, cancer, you lose a limb, all that becomes the number one problem. So until you, God forbid, you don't have that, all the other problems, yes, have them and complain, but just know that, yo, there's somebody else out there dealing with something. And so I'm rambling. There's another parody that I heard about. This guy said, everybody get your two biggest problems and throw them in there. Throw them in this hole. And everybody throws them in, thousands of problems. People don't know what's going on. And then he goes, okay, everybody grab them. Grab two problems. And your shit is just everywhere. So you just grab two. My biggest problem was my car payment that I'm very behind on. I'll get there, but I'm behind. Maybe it takes a few years. Another one, my daughter is a little sick right now. She has to be at home for a week. So now I'm stressed because I'm at work, but I have to come home and make sure but she'll be okay. But now the two problems I have, my mom has cancer. And my brother is now blind. You wish you could go take those two problems that you had back. Not saying that your problems weren't real, but everybody else has problems. And you rather have your problems now, I promise you, than the alternative.
Yeah, there's a saying that my dad says off of that is go with the devil that you know versus the one you don't, because
you never know, man.
You never know what devil you're about to pull back. So, yeah, I like those. That's deep. Yeah. Deshaun, got time? Got a little time.
A little time?
Yeah, we got a little time.
All right, Dylan. So this is our favorite game for our guests called Let's Talk
like
About
games.
It. To get men to open up and talk. So we have 3 levels of cards. White is the lightest, blue is medium, dark is deepest. We usually get the guest to pick a card, ask it to the group, and answer last. You can pick the card, answer first. The group will go after you. So you get to choose.
The deepest one is which?
Black.
Come on, man.
Come
on, man. What are we doing here?
If you don't like it, you can grab another one.
Okay. Oof. These ones are good. What part of masculinity do you feel alone navigating?
That's new.
That's deep.
What part of masculinity do I feel alone in navigating?
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, playing sports all my life, and you know what I mean, like I had this perfect body. Became a father, started working a lot. Mm-hmm. Your body changes. You know what I mean? You can't eat the same. You can't do all these things. I think I feel alone in navigating this because I know there's other people that go through it, but I'm like, I feel like that drive, that sports aspect in my mind where I feel like I can figure it out. And I don't really want to reach out to anybody to let anybody know maybe necessarily that it's a problem I don't know how to figure out. But it's definitely something I feel alone. And like, again, I'm not in a bad way, but I'd be lying if I said I don't look at old pictures of myself when I was playing or whatever. And I'm like, where did that guy go?
Yeah.
So on that pursuit of like trying to, I don't even want to say chasing that, but kind of getting back to being healthy. Yeah. I think it's definitely something that I feel like in terms of masculinity that I hold by myself.
And I have a question for that. Being an athlete myself, everybody tells me when you stop playing and you have to work, it is really that hard, huh? Everybody tells me.
So, easiest way I can break that down, especially with that, is when we were kids, even growing up, like young, whatever, we were walking to school, recess, walking to class, going home from school, walking to a friend's house, you're riding bikes, playing sports, whatever you're doing. Now, whenever we're older, not walking. You're going from the office or wherever you are to the car, walking to the crib. So even just the perspective of having a utility, like a watch or a phone to see like your steps or whatever the case is, astronomically different when you actually put the effort in to be like, yo, I'm going to walk today or I'm going to go to the gym and get steps in or whatever the case is. You say the day that you don't go and then you see your steps that day. It's like the steps that I got in was 900 and something. And then, or a 10,000 step day or whatever. And then you see the day that you didn't do anything. It's 178 steps. And then you ate bad.
That's crazy.
And then it just all piles, bro. It's fucking terrible, dog.
Makes sense. That is tough. And it's like, I think society always talks about women's body positivity, which it is a big
thing. Yeah.
I remember my daughter, she was like, she put on her swimsuit. She's like, this one is a little tight on me. It's getting small. And I jumped in there real fast. I was like, no, but it's because you're older, because I don't want her to have that 1 second. But I don't think men talk about this enough as well. You're right. Because you have to look at yourself in the mirror and accept that person as well. Not just mentally, but physically as well. Yeah. So it's true.
Yeah, bro. And like when you're playing sports, your fitness is tied to something. You get in shape to play. You don't have that same motivation when you're done playing. Yeah. It's almost like, what's this just to play? What am I playing? Like I'm 250 now. I don't know how it happened. And it's just because I've just been eating and like living, and it's like, it's just not. Why are you laughing?
It's just them two. It's really just them two.
What's wrong? What's happening?
I get
I'll tell you why I'm laughing.
It's them two every time.
Yeah, everything's going good. Now I'm 250.
Yeah, but see the difference is why some people are laughing. Like you don't wear 250 like other people wear 250.
This is what I was about to say. You don't.
It's like, some guys invalid.
Yeah,
but it's like when we see 250 pounds, we see something different than
in your head.
Seeing the physique that you have. You see what I'm saying?
When I breathe out, it looks very good.
Now you guys see why I'm laughing.
That was good. That was
you're funny.
So you're watching your belly when you breathe.
I'm tight all day. No, honestly, no, Theon, thank you for sharing. It's actually a real thing. Body image is a real thing for men, so I really appreciate you.
Sorry, it is, bro.
It's you, bro. The breathing, it's you.
But it's funny you say that because big part of my image is my body. Like before the games, there's videos. I always go to the corner of the gym and I always take my warm up off, and it's just me without a shirt. And my wife hates it. But it's my thing.
Yeah.
And my boy always says, Dylan, you love your body. And I know how much work I put in, everything. But now that you say this, now I'm starting to think it's part of my personality as well. Just as much as my smile is, everybody talks about your Dylan's body. So when people aren't saying that anymore, maybe I'll look at it different.
Or they're starting to say, oh, you look like you put on a little bit. You know what I mean?
This is it.
Kind of worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right. And I always say to my wife, I said, I want to always dedicate to my body, but maybe there's no time when you're not playing basketball. Because I'm literally practicing every day.
Yeah. You're burning like 3,000 calories.
All the time.
Easy. Right? You know what I mean? It's
right.
like, and like when you're younger, when we're younger, people weren't teaching us about how to properly take care of your body or calorie maintenance, eating protein, all this stuff. And it's like, I feel like, oh shit, how did I get here? Okay, now how do I do this? How do I do this?
Yeah, reverse it.
And just trying to figure it out, right? But it's like when I say like alone, like it's like one of those ego things. It's like, how do I lean on somebody else for this? And I'll try and it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And is it a me thing? Is it what is it? But I know that I was there one.
Yeah.
So yeah, just
that's a big one.
Can you ask the question one more time?
Yeah.
Now, what's the hardest part about one?
Of masculinity, do you feel most alone?
Okay.
Navigating.
I would say for me, it's honestly like navigating a new relationship. I think it's even like learning how to like be a good man to my woman. Like I just, again, I didn't grow up witnessing it. You see it in movies. I hear some stories from my friends, but they're in their situations. Like I'm not in that with them. So I only hear bits and pieces, but it's like navigating that is, I find like quite challenging. Because I feel like, and I was in a mode of like me mode for a very long time.
Yeah, you changed a lot of habits.
And now it's like going into we mode. It's like, it's not easy to navigate, right? And then learning to like love in that way is also not easy to navigate. And like, yeah, I just feel like this has been, it can feel lonely at times just because it's like, who do you ask? You know, and like, who shows you the way? You know, and I have my brothers who are a little bit more ahead of me, but it's like, it's not like something we grew up.
That's the toughest part, I think. Yeah, I've watched a lot of yours. And, you know, I love your dad 100%. But it's just like, yeah, if you didn't see it, how do you know what it is? If you didn't feel the energy growing up, I watched how my mom and dad were. My kids will watch how I am, but you didn't get that. So now you have to create it by yourself, which is tough.
Right?
even to talk, like we talked about this on the podcast, like how did we get to the point where you're like, yo, I'm ready to propose to someone?
Yes.
You know what I mean? I had to ask, yo, how did you get there? How did you get here? How did you get here?
Yeah.
Like, am I feeling this? Is this just a thought? Like, it's like these ideologies that you have to process.
Yep.
Okay, am I actually?
Yep.
Am I in love? Am I ready? It's so many things that just run through your mind, right?
Because even like what you're saying, like even for me, like when we get into like conflict, me and my girl, sometimes she's like, sometimes it seems like you have one foot out, and it's not that I do, but I think sometimes my mentality is like, I hear any type of conflict, I'm like, oh yeah, all right,
I'm out.
I'm off this.
Yep. Nice. Facts.
Like that's where your mind is.
Yeah,
I don't need to hear this right now.
I get
I'm
it.
off this. But it's like, that's how I was used to being. That's what I was used to seeing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like my dad always known as a ladies' man.
Yeah.
And then people who are like telling, yo, you're just like your dad, fam.
So you start believing.
You know what I
that.
mean? And it's like you start believing that you want it to be your identity. And it's like, how do you drop that and really step in to loving that way?
No, I agree.
You know what I mean?
Still filming, good.
Yeah.
It's all good. You can just wait on all good. Appreciate you, bro. It's all good. It's all good.
That's true. I think, your dad becomes your first role model. And it's tough when you're seeing that growing up.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, bro. So that's the one for me.
Bro.
Where do I start? I'm not the one to talk about my problems, my issues, but I'll give you guys a real one. I'm gonna touch on a little bit what like Theon was saying, with your body, but my body became different at the age of 25. I got diagnosed with type 1, I should say, diabetes. Being a person that's never been to a hospital before, never had any broken bones, I didn't know what was going on. And when I had to do some research, and now I'm like, why is this happening to me? And I don't want to say the Black community, but like nobody knew, right? And the one person that was by my side was my wife. And I felt like I was going through it alone, but she helped me through it. Right. And I'm still going through it because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like I still don't understand it fully. Because I keep saying, why me? Right? But
Let it out, brother.
and to be honest with you guys, like I fight it every day because I was the most healthiest kid ever. And hearing Theon talk about his body, the thing with diabetes is you can't obviously have sugar. And if you do, you take insulin and all this shit. So my body will be the same. And to be honest, like there was a point where I said, I'm not taking this shit anymore. Wouldn't take the insulin, wouldn't take the pills they were giving me. And I was, I think I was 197. I didn't take anything, and I dropped all the way down to 57. And this is when my son was being born. And my wife, she looks at me and she says, if you want to do it for yourself, do it for him.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. That's it.
Appreciate that, bro. Thank you.
Thank you.
Damn, another masculinity, walking it alone. Finances. I can say that too. Finances. Or another one just on a larger scale, just to be a little bit more transparent with that, I guess would be taking on what my dad is or presents, of kind of like trying to make sure you have everything figured out. That's one that I carry. I'm a very prideful man. So even if somebody says they can reach out or I can reach out to them, I still are very, very hesitant and prideful in those ways where it's like you're doing yourself a disservice, and I can even recognize that I'm doing myself a disservice, and there's a part of me that still won't let myself go beyond that. So yeah, just the idea of having things figured out, I feel like is a lonely road, but it's something that I'm tasking myself with more than I should be. So that'd probably be mine, to be honest.
Thank you, brother.
I don't know.
For me, I had my fathers were there, but it's tough because I left at 14. You don't have your fathers there to teach you the things that you need. Yeah, they could text you and call you, but you don't have your father there to really, this is what you should do, this is what you shouldn't. My older brother, he was in college. He's too close to my age to really
lean on.
Yeah. I think the hardest thing navigating is becoming the person that the best form of myself. I'm just figuring it out myself. Since I was 14, I've been doing this. Nobody's telling me to go to therapy. I have to think, okay, I'm not doing good. I have to go. My finances. I have a financial advisor now, but I still have to figure out, okay, where am I putting my money? Where am I investing it? You could, once I give it to you, you could do this. Okay, but now I got to buy a house. Okay, Dylan, what do I do? Do I take this money out to buy this house? But then I feel like I have to, since I was young, I have to figure everything out by myself. And you have your boys who come in at the age of 20, but you don't know what I was going through before that. You have your brothers, but I didn't grow up with them since 14. So it wasn't like, yo, Dylan, do this. So I think the hardest thing navigating, even now, I'm 33 years old and I'm trying to learn every day, but I never had that person to really show me like, this is what you should do. It's just, figure it out yourself. And because of that, I'm going to find more error along the way, but those errors, like I said, makes me a better person.
Yeah.
And would I change it? Yeah, you want somebody to lean on. You want somebody to be there for you and be like, yo, this is how you could avoid this. Shit, I want to be a little kid. I want to just lay on you. That's what I want to do sometimes, but I never had that opportunity. And it's made me an absolute monster with my mental strength. But at the same time, like, there was times before I found my therapist that I just crashed out. Not in a bad way. I hate saying crash out. That's when I was like, everything I worked for nothing. I would just beat myself up all the time. And it changed when she said, my therapist told me, she goes, you have to talk to yourself even now how you would talk to the younger you. Whatever you want to say to yourself, don't beat yourself up. Tell yourself, if you're the little kid in you, what would you say to him? And then even I take it in the games, like when I have a bad game, I pretend I'm talking to Chance. Chance, don't worry about it. You worked hard, I know you did, and it didn't work out. It's okay. Me and my wife have an argument. What would I say to Chance if he was going through it? Don't beat yourself up all the time. And I think, yeah, that's the hardest thing I have to navigate, just trying to figure out by myself. And we all do it at a certain extent, but I think when I've been doing it for so long, it wears on you a little bit.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that, man.
Thank you, brother.
One thing that I like about what you say, and I've realized it throughout this whole process, is like you always think of other people when you're dealing with the situation. Because I feel like with me, I'm just so stuck. Sometimes I'm stuck in my ways.
For sure.
And to think like I'm gonna adopt some of the things that you're saying, but like to think like, how would I tell my son to deal with the situation? Changes so much in the fight or how you're dealing with it. It's like, yo, bro, love it, right?
Yeah.
That's something so small.
So small, but
right?
so
And it
big.
changes everything. So.
There was a time, me and my wife, like, this is like the time that we don't talk about as much. It was a dark time. I was in Turkey. And the Turkish team I was on, they were paying 2 months late. So you know how the fine, you know you're gonna get the money eventually, but it's hard. And I wasn't playing good, and the fans were like, they were crazy, like Instagram, all that. They get to your mental. And my outlet, and this is why I got therapy, my outlet was, I'm gonna go and drink as much as I can. Because when I go out, I could enjoy myself and just disconnect from reality. And I'm just thinking about myself. I'm not thinking what my wife is thinking. I knew when I come home, we're arguing every time. And then when she's crying, I'm watching my daughter look at my wife and she feels it. And I'm creating this. And I kept saying, no, but you don't know what I'm going through. You don't know what I'm going through. But I'm bleeding and I'm putting it on everybody else. And when I talked to my therapist, she goes, Dylan, yes, you do need a release. I think that, but that's not the way. And once you could get out that little realm, I always apologize to my wife. I'm not, it's not, I don't want to say it's bad to say. That time we went through made us way better now. We had to go through that to be strong now. And yeah, at her expense, she was going through it, but I try to explain to her, yeah, I was doing things and maybe drinking too much and it was affecting you, but I was going through something too. And when we go through these things as depression, anxiety, I remember I was waking up them days and I was like, I would open my eyes and I was like, I don't even want to start the day. Not that I want to kill myself or anything, but I don't even want to get up. But I knew I had to, my kids, I had to go to a job. So I think like, just knowing how you're affecting everybody else. Don't put that on everybody else. Be like, yo, I need to make sure everybody else happy because you got to worry about yourself too. But at the same time, yeah, like, just try not to bleed on everybody. You get a little blood on somebody, it happens. You know what I mean? Not being weird, but don't bleed on everybody. Just know that you could figure it out because if you don't, you won't affect your kids in the long term with trauma and everything because you can't deal with what you're going through the right way.
Damn, thank you, brother.
Super appreciate you, bro. Anything you want to promote going forward?
Now you know my social media, man. You guys know it. I'm on it. I'll be on it, but it's not like promotion, like yo, go follow me or anything. But
yeah, not do that.
It's more of like,
yeah, go do that. No, go do
that. Hey, retweet. You know, just put my videos out there, comment, like
go
everything.
Be down there. We got you.
But
bro.
yeah, I'm trying to build that platform, and you know, I think I'm not doing it just for myself, but I like to inspire other people with it too. So, you know, when people share my stuff and it gets to other people, you know, it helps me, but it helps everybody else too. So, you know, that's
absolutely.
Also, big up your therapist. You mentioned
hey, my therapist. Hey, that too. I'm a big advocate for therapy. I be trying to tell everybody. I had another podcast before I left Mercy. Therapy is so big, and I message her every now and then. And it's crazy. I don't do therapy all the time. I know when I'm getting there. And right before I really get there, I message her. Before I was like over here. Therapy is good. I know some people just like, no, there's no way. I didn't think it would help me. but it helps a lot. My therapist, she's great. She lives in the UK, which it's great because it's not like I have to see her every day. It's not have a car. I type, hey, could we meet? We meet, we talk, and that's it.
It's virtual.
It's virtual.
Oh, dope.
And it's the best thing because it's on my time, you know, when I feel it. And some people, you don't know the time, but I know when time's coming. So therapy, it's a big thing. I'm looking at the camera. There's a man, there's a woman, there's a child out there watching right now, and this is a serious thing. Use therapy. Therapy helps a lot. And I know that maybe you thinks your problems aren't big enough. Every problem's important to get to your best self. So I advocate for therapy. I am in therapy sessions when I need it. You guys see the confident, happy, smiling Dylan, but it's because I went to therapy and they gave me the tools to help me in every single situation. And I'm not saying my life is straight to them, but they help me a lot. And I think therapy will help you. So I know you're watching. I know I'm talking to you. Hey, sign up for therapy.
Oh man, appreciate you again, Dylan, for pulling up.
Thank you guys for having me.
Really, really appreciate that. Everybody sharing. It was a great, great episode. I really, really appreciate all of us here, you know? So please, He's a Guy podcast. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Little button gonna be here. Hit that button.
You got better at that, bro.
Yeah, a little bit, right? It's polished. It's polished now, right?
That's good.
That's good. You got work to do, brother.
Been doing mouth work, huh?
All right, bro. All right. From us to you, we're wrapping it up. Out of here.
That's dope.